Hey guys, welcome to a video, but this video is just not a video that you might normally see because I am recording a video, but I am not the person that you normally see on the screens. I am a different person. So, okay. Go now. I'm gonna do a Scratch tutorial on, well, just like what Scratch is. So let's just get right into that. So right on this screen right here, you have the featured projects, featured studios, and then projects by, I don't know what that is, a Scratch design studio, projects loved by the Scratchers that you are following, so the people who you're following, which I'll get into later, what the community is remixing, what the community is loving, and that's it. So, yeah, that's like the Scratch homepage. There's what's happening. These are all the followers, like everybody that you're following. Everything that they're doing will appear here. And then there's the Scratch news, which there's usually going to be an informational thing, Wiki Wednesday, and new Scratch Design Studio. So let's go into the top bar over here. So right here, if you're going to click on this, it's a drop down and it has profile, my stuff, my class, but probably not your class because this is a school account, account settings, and sign out. Sign out, it's pretty obvious what that does. Account settings, that also just is pretty obvious what that does. It's account, password, email. Okay, I'll have to blur that out. Anyways, then we have my class, which this would be your class. So all of that and all the stuff in your class. So then you can go to my stuff, which is just this, like all of your projects and stuff and studios. So then you can go into profile, and this is your profile. So just username, profile, student of if you're a school account, and then it shows what rank you are, how long ago you joined, and where you are. Now right here is like your featured project. It's automatically set to your most to the last project that you like shared. So right here, your about me. It's kind of like a bio in social media. What I'm working on, that's like for you to put like what type of project you're working on. Your following, that just shows who you are following, who you yourself are following. I'm following 42 people. Now, if we go back to my account and we scroll down, we can also see followers, people who are following you, which I have 44 followers. So 44 people are following me. So then we go to here. These are your comments. So it just shows what comments you have. So, yeah. Now we have studios you curate. Curating is like do you like help run the studio? And then studios you're following, you go into a studio and you click follow. Now in here, if I just refresh the page, it should show, yeah, now I'm following it. As before, I wasn't. So, yeah, that's how you, like, follow, that's how you follow studios. So, let's go into about. So this is about. this is about Scratch. So this just shows a bunch of like about Scratch. So yeah, okay, that's pretty simple. Ideas. Now this shows you like tutorials, and then you can also get coding cards, which is basically the same as tutorials, but I think it just shows like imagine a world or animate a name or animate a character. Then it shows getting started, which is the tutorial, the first tutorial. Now there's explore, which basically just shows you a bunch of games, so, or just projects. Now if you click on here, you can do trending, popular, or recent. Now there's animations, which only where if you use hashtag animations, you can get on here. Hashtag art, hashtag games, music, stories, tutorials. You get that. So now let's get on to actually like creating a game. If you were to create a game, you would want to click the create button. So right here, you're going to want to do this move 10 steps. So this is going to be like, I'm going to show you what all the blocks do. Some of them I might skip because it's pretty obvious. Now move 10 steps. You might not know what 10 steps actually changes. And it's actually your X position on the screen. So it just changes your X position by whatever number's in here. You can also change these to like negative, let's say -10. And it goes back. He's moonwalking. Okay, now this, pretty simple. Just turns your sprite. So, yeah. This, go to random position. Then go to there. And glide 1 second to random position. Then just glide 1 second to there. And point in direction 90, makes sense. Point towards mouse pointer, also makes sense. Change X by 10. Set X to blank. Change Y by 10. Set Y to blank. If on edge bounce, which it is. Set rotation style left, right. X position just shows what X position you are in. Y position just shows what Y position you are in. And direction just shows you what direction you're in. So now onto the looks category. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, these on the side here, they just show you different categories. So yeah. Okay, on to looks. Say hello for 2 seconds, pretty obvious. Say hello, same thing, pretty obvious. Anyways, think for 2 seconds, think. Switch costumes, next costume, switch backdrop, next backdrop, change size by 10, makes sense. Set size to 100%, makes sense. Change color effect by 25. Now you might not know what this means, but actually this is a drop down. Well, it's a drop down, so it just shows like a bunch of options like ghost. And it eventually goes away. Now let's just, so you can see our cat. Okay, I'm gonna put him back in the middle. So Okay, now we have cat in the middle. Looks. We're already been here. Clear graphic effects. Show, hide. Makes sense. Go front layer. Go forward 1 layer. Costume number. It shows what costume number that is. Backdrop and size. Okay, on to sound. Play sound meow. Just plays the sound meow. Same thing, but instead of this doing it until done, it just starts and then you can do the rest of the code. Like, if you see here, if I put this here, then I do change volume by -10, and I start, and I change volume by 10. So what would happen in this script would be it would play the sound, when it's done, it would change the volume by -10. Then it would play the sound, and at the same time it plays the sound, it also changes the volume by 10. So yeah, events, when green flag clicked, when this button is clicked, when space clicked, when blank key pressed, just whatever key is pressed, when the sprite clicked, when the sprite is clicked, when your character sprite is clicked, when backdrop switches to, just shows like when the backdrop changes. So now we have message. Now we have the when I receive blocks. So like here, and now we have, and that's all of the events. So now we go on to control. So we do wait 1 second, just waits 1 second, repeat 10, repeats whatever you want. Forever, just forever loops it until you're done. If then, and if then else. So basically, if, let's say, if touching mouse pointer, then if key space pressed, then set mode draggable, else set mode not draggable. So basically, if the cat is getting touched by the mouse pointer, then you go on to check if the key space is pressed, and if it is, then you set mode to drag to be able to drag. But if it's not, then you can't drag it. Like, you can't drag it. So yeah, that's how that works. Now we do wait until, just wait until blank. Repeat until, same as the wait until, just do it over and over. Stop all this script or other script on sprite. Pretty self-explanatory. When I start as clone, create a clone of myself, and delete this clone. I'm just gonna okay, we're just gonna close Chrome real quick. Open it back up. And we're gonna go back onto Scratch. Because that literally just freezes your entire computer. Do not do that, okay guys? That freezes your computer. So then go to, okay, onto sensing. Touching mouse pointer, if it is touching whatever you want it to. Touching color, so if the sprite is touching the color, if the color is touching another color, pretty self-explanatory. Distance to blank, just the distance from the middle to whatever you want. Ask, like, then it gives you an answer box and you can just type whatever you want. Then answer just shows what your last answer to a question was. If the key space is pressed, already showed you that. If mouse down, mouse X, and mouse Y. Drag mode, yeah, we already went over that, if it's draggable or not. Loudness, -1. Timer, 71. Yeah, so reset timer, just resets the timer, and you can see, just, so yeah, back thing of thing, it shows like my variable of stage, current date or something like that, date since 2000, username, and onto operators. Okay, now this is a quick reminder to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Share this video with your friends so that I can get more noticed. I want to share my Scratch knowledge with tons of people so that they can get good at Scratch too. Back onto the video. Okay, so now we're going to do plus, like blank plus blank, just that, blank minus blank, blank times blank, blank divided blank, blank. Now pick random 1 through 10, just 7, I guess, or 3 or 9 or 4 or 6 or 3 or 10 or 8 or 1 or 7 or 3 or 5 or 8 or 7 or 9 or 5 or 7 or 7 is 2. You got the point. If blank greater than blank, if blank less than blank, if blank equal to blank, pretty self-explanatory. Blank and blank, blank or blank, not blank. Join blank blank, letter 1 of blank, length of blank. Blank contains blank, blank mod blank, round blank, blank of blank. And now here we have the variables. So the variable shows what the variable is. Set my variable to 0. It sets the variable to whatever you want. Change it, changes it by whatever you want, shows it, and hides it. So yeah. Now we have lists. Now lists and blocks are actually kind of complicated. So we're just gonna do for the sprite only. And I forgot to name it that. So I actually have a list project. So I'm just gonna show you what all of these are, but I'm not gonna go over what they do because I have a list project for that, and I will link it in the description. So, okay, add blank to add blank to blank, delete one of blank, delete all of blank, insert blank at blank of blank, replace item blank of blank with blank. Item blank of blank, item number of blank and blank, length of blank, blank contains blank, show list blank, hide list blank. Okay, my blocks. I'm fairly sure I also made a tutorial on how to use this, but I'll give you guys a recap. So basically, run without screen refresh, if it runs fast or not. Doesn't run fast, runs fast. I'm gonna make it run fast. So these, we're gonna do that. That happens. So yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. And just keep on scratching.